Howdy, fellers. ¿Qué pasa? Mucho trabajo, poquito dinero. So, fellers, a lot of work going on. Ooh, not a lot of compensaciones. But we are gonna figured I should make a video kind of showing like how, because I'm pretty much ready to put a skin on this thing. Or actually, this one still needs a little bit of work. The other one is about ready. That one's pretty ready. But kind of want to show the process for somebody who might actually want to like know like my train of thought here. So first of all, you know, you got to start, or at least I do. I start with the back wall, and I put in this long piece here, the there, all right? And I put in that and kind of leveled it. I did a level line across, and then of course the roof is not exactly parallel to that, but we'll just banger. We'll just ignore that for now. But anyways, I did that. And I didn't glue it, did not glue that yet. And then I did this piece. This is like a 1x4 that I had. Did that. And I checked all the angulars and did the perpendicular translations, making sure that we're all squared away. I did that stuff, and then I made sure that I checked kind of visually which ways we're going, and I looked at that and figured out like, all right, you know, this angular's here doesn't match this angular's here, but that's what it is. That's the thing we're doing. But what was I saying? So okay, yeah, so I did that one. That's number 1 back there. Did that one, and then I did this one, and I sat here in number 3. I scratched my head for a long time. I sat here and went scratch, 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 scratch. Did a lot of head scratching and scratch, 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 scratch. And then I decided, you know what? The round, we got to do the round thing. If we do the square thing, it's not going to look very good, because you know we got the circulars and the circulars, and then got the circulars and the roundies, right? So we got all the roundies, and if we did some square stuff, that would be like kind of strange. So, and then I thought maybe we should do like an elf on the shelf thing. I had an excellent, you know, comment about elf on the shelf, you know. So I thought about making a shelf, but I didn't really want to do the shelf. I did not like that idea. So I thought, you know, it'd be really good to have like some of that, this thin plywood. We're gonna wrap it around, do a nice curvature face right there. So then I did my angular momentums. I figured out exactly how many square spaces we need out to here. And once I figured out that dimension, then I put the angularities block over that way. I did that block over that way. So on that end, I put that block, made sure it was nice and square tums, made sure the square ties are all square. And then I put that block in down there, the little and then I got the radius side that I figured from that calculations of how long that was over there to do the radiuses of this, and I made these 2 pieces of pies. So we got 1 piece of pie, another piece of pie, that's 2 pieces of pie, so that's a half a pie. So I cut a half a pie with angular momentum circular disc, and yeah. So then once I did that, or at least on this side anyway, on this side I kind of pieced it together a little bit. I pulled this piece back off because I hadn't glued it yet. And then I took this piece here and I glued it to this piece, and I did the nail sickles, the sickles that go you know, the nails that go boom, right? So I did the nail boom and the nail boom, and then I did another nail boom and a nail boom. I did those circular pieces, whatever you call that, you know, the nails that go boom, right? So I did that. So then we had these two pieces and this one piece, so that was like 3 pieces, and I figured that's kind of lonely, so I added this piece here. This would be the 4th piece. Now it's even because now you got 4. So 4 is easily divided by 2, so then, you know, it's even. So now we got 2 and 4 and 8, right? So now we got 2, 4, 8. So that's good. We want that momentum, right? And then I had to figure out the length from X to L. So X to L, we got that length there. Did that. And oh yeah, we did this little piece here. This little piece there. We got to figure out the. Oh, hands. All right. So yeah, this one there. Yeah, that one. That one's. We did that one's. All right. So we did that one's. And of course we had the one way down there. So we did that one, and then that's giving us parallels, right? Parallelograms. So then we had this piece and floated that. Had a little clampy do here to clamp it and hold it. And then we did this piece. We glued and nailed it through into here, right? Did that, right? So that was step A and B and pi and zeta and thrice. So then, I took this piece here as a Holziker. So this Holziker piece, I glued, and then I screwed this piece into there, and then from the back side, see this screw is kind of ground down. See that screw? See the screw right there? Yeah, because it's ground down. So I screwed it from that side because we got back in here, but not over there. Speaking to King's Spanglish. So the screw came through this way, but we went this way from that way. So all right, so we got that, and then that takes care of this thing, right? What was I saying? Okay, so then we had that up, and this piece was there. Had this stapled in. Had the big old construction staples that are like 3 inches long. So we did that. This was not in. This is barely just went in. And then let's see. I'm trying to. What did I do then? I think I slept. I think I had some beers and then I slept. And then, let's see, what did I do next? Oh, yeah. So, then, if I can remember right, then I cut this little piece here, the little triangulators. And then I took this piece and I actually finally glued it in place. So this thing was actually finally done. And then this piece, I thought about this a lot, about how I was going to do this one, and I finally decided it'd probably be pretty good to just take one of these upright, these 1x2s, and then just do some slits. So I did a whole bunch of slits. I like doing slits, so I did a bunch of slits. And you only do slits in Vegas, but I did a bunch of slits, got that done. Kind of like this one, did a bunch of slits. And I made sure I did a line on the ceiling right here. If you know what I mean. I did a line on the ceiling right here, and I did one on the back side, making sure I'm centered. And I squared, I took one of these guys, and then I got another one of the, where's the other ones? Those guys. So then I did one of these guys, one of those guys, and I made sure that everything was nice and square. I did these nice, I did the square thing there, and then I did the square thing here, but it was actually the other one. I did squares, and then, squares, and then squares, and squares. Squares, right? Squares, and then I made sure it was square. That's the whole point. I made sure it was square. So once we had this, everything all squared and the line squared, then we squared off the line, and then once I had the lines on both sides of this thing, I pull it back down, and then I drilled like I don't know, like 6. I did one here, one here, one here, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there. Did some holes up through the top, and then I put some construction adhesive on it, and then I pushed it back in place, and then I did some kind of like some what would you call it, like some you know, some stuff where you like, what's it called, where the, you know, you're kind of you know, you're pushing it, you know, I forget what the word is. So I did that. I did a whole bunch of the pushing up, and then I got up top and I did some pilot holes down into this thing, and then I did some screws-y-doos. I did a bunch of screws-y-doos. Oh, the knees. Okay. So once I did the pilot holes, and then I screwed all down, and now it's in place. And then this piece here, I just kind of glued. I went back later, cut it really to length, and did some glue and just gently set it in place. Because when we do the little plywood, that stuff is going to be hurting. So we need some stuff to make sure it doesn't like fold over. So we did that. Did another one here, and then I did these pieces, those things. So I measured and cut this to length pretty close, and then I got a piece of the little thin plywood backing. See if we can do it like that. I don't know if you can see that, but like little thin plywood backing stuff, right? Let's see if we can get a little close up there. Maybe not. Or maybe kind of. So anyways, these are like 2-inch strips, and then I cut a little notch out for this piece, and then I glued and stapled it to this piece, and then I put some glue up on this piece there, and then I smashed it in place, and then I clamped it. So we got our dividers there, dividers, and we're gonna do one door there and one door here, and then this will be a nice wrap around there. So I'm sure that makes sense, right? Clear as mud. Clear as mud. I'm sure you guys completely understand what I'm saying. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So we got that going for us. Keep her sticking a chick.